Hi everyone, welcome to Daily IELTS English, where I will quickly show you some techniques that you can use to prepare for your IELTS speaking test or just generally for good conversation. We'll take a look at the technique first and then I'll demonstrate. Let's look at the question first. Today we're looking at an identification question. That's one of the questions where you have to give multiple possible answers. First of all, second, another, or one is, another is. Let's look at today's question. How should tourists behave when they are in a different country? Oh, good question. Now, today's technique is to use words like sadly, hopefully, and to be honest, to express an emotional response, your own personal ideas on a bigger topic. All right, so here's my answer. First of all, people should be polite. When they're at a restaurant or at a train station, they should be nice to the people that are helping them. To be honest, I often will see people, even tourists, sometimes from my country, sometimes from other countries, and they're very rude to the people that are trying to help them. And I think that's really unfortunate. Another thing that people should do is try to learn a little bit of the language. Even if you're going for 2 weeks to a new country or to a new place, if you don't speak the language, I really think it's worth taking the time to learn a little bit. Hopefully you've learned words like thank you and please, at least, if not a few other little phrases or helpful words, maybe words like taxi or toilet. I think that's really important. And finally, I really think that people should observe other people. You know, if you go to another country, really pay attention. How do people dress when they're in the city? How do they dress when they're at the beach? Remember, I think these people forget that they're representing their country and they're representing themselves. And if they appear rude or if they just look really different, I think that can be bad for them. Other things like how loud do people talk on the bus? How do they use their hands? Do they move their hands a lot or not? Sadly, I think a lot of people don't really pay attention to these things, and it can create for the local people, you know, the wrong idea about where you come from. And I think for the individual who's traveling, they're gonna have a less rich experience if they don't take the time to learn about these things. All right, thank you. There it is. Sadly, hopefully, to be honest. Remember, the idea is to not just use these words, but to let these words help you think when you're preparing for your IELTS test. These words will really help you start to develop your ideas as you practice. And please remember, you guys, language is a habit, not a skill. That means you have to practice till you get it right, and then keep going till you can't get it wrong. Thank you very much. Have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow.